Hello Internet, I'm Onyx, and welcome to Onyx's Rambling Reviews. Ironically, this first video isn't a review of anything. This is me talking about movies I'm excited for next year. So, and since this is, please keep in mind, rambling is very apt to what this channel is going to be. Not a lot of editing, just me talking about my feelings and my thoughts on things. And right now, my feelings and thoughts are on movies coming out in 2026 that I'm excited for, or skeptical about. We got a few of those on this list too. First up, we got Greenland 2 Migration. I haven't seen the first movie yet, but I will soon. Just waiting for it to arrive. But I love a good apocalypse movie. One of my favorite genres. So, and also, Gerard Butler is just fabulous, so I'm probably going to enjoy it. And then we also have 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple coming out. And that franchise is just 28 years later, 28 days later, 28 days later, completely reinvented the zombie franchise, at least in cinema form. They weren't the first to do some things, but they were the first to really gain popularity with some things they did. And then 28 weeks, I could live with or without it. It's not as good as the first one. The first one's just iconic. But I did enjoy 28 Years Later, and I'm excited to see what Bone Temple's going to do. We also have Mercy coming out in January. And I'm just intrigued by the concept of the AI judge, jury, executioner thing. So we'll see what happens with that. And then at the end of the month, we have Iron Lung, which is cremated. Yeah, that's a word I'm using today. Which is a film done by Markiplier, famous YouTuber. If you haven't heard of him, check him out. He's actually very entertaining to watch. But I know he's worked really hard on this film, so I'm really excited to support him and go see this. Then we have February. We got 3 movies in February that I'm looking forward to. We got Wuthering Heights. I haven't read the book, but I plan to. Also, it just looks really horny, and for some reason that intrigues me, because I don't think it's going to be as horny as it looks. I don't know, man. It'll be fun to watch, probably. We also have Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. I don't know much about this film, but from the one, I've only seen one trailer for it, but it did hook me. You got some apocalypse vibes. You got some time travel. I don't expect this to be masterclass cinema. I honestly don't even expect it to be that great, but I expect to at least come out at having a good time. And if I don't, I'll be sad. And then finally, we have Scream 7, which, despite the hat, I've only seen the first Scream movie. But that is a review to look forward to, because I will be watching all of the Scream movies up until that point and just doing a massive review on all of them. So that'll be fun. March, we have the new Disney Pixar movie, Hoppers. And look, Disney's been struggling recently. Like, after Elio came out, they said, she's like, this is why we don't do new IP. Nobody comes out to see it. But at the same time, I want to see new stuff. I don't want to keep seeing remakes and sequels. Just because you haven't had luck yet doesn't mean just means you haven't struck gold yet. You gotta keep going. And you'll get there. We also have The Bride coming out in March, and that looks so much fun. It gives Bonnie and Clyde vibes, very 1920s. Oh yeah. Let's see. Yeah, we're still in March. Cool. My pen's in the way. We have Project Hail Mary, which, look, any other year, I would say Project Hail Mary might end up being the Oscar winner for 2026. But hot damn, do we have a lot of good movies coming out this year. So, like, for real, this movie has some, like, stiff competition. But I think it could get the nomination. I mean, it's based on an Andy... Is it Andy Weir? I'm pretty sure it's Andy Weir. I'm gonna go check that. Yep, based on an Andy Weir book. The same guy who wrote The Martian, which, that movie's fabulous. So, and we have Ryan Gosling starring in it. Look, okay, I'm gonna be real. Before Barbie, I didn't really know much about Ryan Gosling. I always thought he was, like, the discount Ryan Reynolds a little bit, which is very wrong, and I regret thinking that now. So we'll see. But I'm so excited for this movie. It looks so good. I love a space movie. I love space travel. Now, sci-fi and space are in my head, are two different things. So just a heads up there. Next, after Project Hail Mary, we have They Will Kill You, which honestly, it just looks like a fun movie. Like, it's not going to be masterclass cinema, much like what did I say earlier? Good luck, have fun, don't die. But I think it's just going to be like a nice kind of reprieve from some of the heavier movies that we're going to get. And this isn't even all the movies coming out this year. This is just ones that intrigue me. But I like a good hack and slash. And this kind of feels like that just in movie form versus a video game. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah. And then we move on to April. Yep, I didn't write down the months for these. I did on another piece of paper, but not this one. In April, let me make sure I'm in April. Dear God. Let's see here. January, February. Unless Project Hail Mary is April. Shit. Yeah, okay. Now we're into April. And the big one for me for April is Super Mario Galaxy movie. Look, when I went in to see the first one, I was a little concerned because it was done by Illumination. And look, their movies they're not bad. They're not DreamWorks standards, or they're not like Disney Pixar standards. Though, to be fair, some Disney Pixar could maybe be qualified towards Illumination. But we're not getting into that. No. But, and I wasn't sure about Chris Pratt as the voice of Mario either. I'm still kind of unsure on that one. But everybody else loved it. And honestly, the movie was a lot better than I expected. And so, I have high hopes for this next one. Oh, my nose itches. Oh, okay. We're gonna figure out editing at some point, I guess. So now I'm just talking to my camera and myself for the future. We also have a new biopic coming out on Michael Jackson. It's called Michael. And honestly, I'm surprised it took this long for him to get his own biopic. Because he's such an icon. Like, look, there's a lot of controversy around the man. I get that. But it could be interesting. I don't really know his music. I know some stuff. I never really knows Thriller. I think that's right. Yeah, sure. But yeah, we'll see. If I'm gonna try to go see that one. I'm not promising that one. And then we move on to May. And the first one that I got listed for May, oh boy. Did we need a sequel to Devil Wears Prada? Because honestly, that movie did not need a sequel. And I don't know why we're getting a sequel, and I'm really scared. But also, I love Devil Wears Prada, so I'm gonna go see it just so I can judge it. Because, like, why? Especially this long after? Like, really? I am so hesitant, but, like, I have to know what kind of train wreck this is gonna be. And then, okay, this is the one that I'm most, like, scared of coming out this year. Like, actually. And it's only on here because I'm like, why? I don't know how many of you were forced to read Animal Farm in school growing up. Probably in junior high, high school, or middle school for some of you. I have junior high here, not middle school. You probably read Animal Farm. George Orwell. And that's getting a movie this year. It does have a movie already. It's an old one. But what concerns me is the studio putting it out. Angel Studios. I have some personal opinions on them. Just due to some personal beliefs of mine that clash with their ideals. And I do not know how you can make this book, this subject matter family friendly, which is what they're going for. But also, I looked at the cast, and that scares me even more that they got so many big names. My guys, what are you doing? No. But also, I guess we'll see. I don't know if I'll go see this one, but I might. We'll see when the time comes. We also have The Mandalorian and Grogu. I haven't watched all the show. I've seen some of it. I do plan on binging the entire show before I see the movie, because obviously I'm going to need to. But my husband loves Star Wars, and a lot of our friends do. So we're gonna go see it after we watch the show, which means we'll watch the show before the movie comes out, because I'm probably going opening weekend. I like to do that. Let's see, now we're on to June. Now we're on June. We only got what? Three, maybe two for May. Probably two, maybe three. We'll see. June, we have Scary Movie 6. I haven't seen all the Scary Movies, but I've seen enough of them. And my gosh, I'm just so happy that parody movies are making a comeback. I love a good parody. Like Naked Gun. Look, the remake wasn't like as good as the original, but it did like reignite the flame for parody movies. Because also this year we got Fackham Hall. Good movie. I'll be talking about that in a different video. So I'm excited to see Scary Movie 6 and see what they do with it. We also have Toy Story 5 coming out in June. We don't need Toy Story 5. They're really just milking that franchise for all they can. Probably because they're not expecting Hoppers to do well, but they need a win in the animated category. But also, I grew up with Toy Story. So I can't not go see it. It's part of my childhood. And finally, at the end of June, we have Supergirl. Now, James Gunn isn't directing this one like he did with Superman. And Superman blew my mind. I loved it. Supergirl looks to be taking a slightly different approach. It's not going to be as heartfelt or... Oh god, I hope that didn't fuck up anything. It's not going to be as heartfelt or anything, but like... You never know. It could be good. I hope it's good. Because DC tends to get one win and then they tend to fail again, and that's just sad, man. That's just sad. Give them a couple wins at least. And then moving on to the big month. But we're not starting July with a banger. We start July with the live-action Moana movie. And dear God, if it's anything like what they did to Snow White, I will scream. I hated what they did to Snow White. The Lilo and Stitch wasn't as bad, and that's probably why this movie is actually coming out. But now, we'll see. It looks like they're trying to do something more like what How to Train Your Dragon did, which is more recreating the movie scene for scene in live action, versus trying to change it up and like be different, which isn't what people want. Like, you can change it up a little bit, but you can't change it too much. So we'll see. I am scared. But that is not the one I'm most scared of this year. That is Animal Farm. Then we have the two big ones for July. Odyssey. The Odyssey. Christopher Nolan, man. I don't know what else to say besides Christopher Nolan. And that cast. Oh my god. It's gonna be great. I mean, I have tickets. I got tickets like a year in advance to go see this in the 70mm IMAX. So I'm seeing this in the best format I can. I'm very excited. And then like 2 weeks later, so we get another Tom Holland movie, because Tom Holland is in the Odyssey. But then we get the new Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man Brand New Day, and oh my god. Yes, I love the Tom Holland Spider-Mans. Probably my favorite Spider-Man movies. Though I do love Andrew Garfield. I wish he had had more of a chance to play Spider-Man and do what he could with that character. I wish we at least finished out his story arc. before we got the new Spider-Mans, but we'll see. I am so excited though. There's only one thing in August, and that is Coyote versus Acme, which I'm excited for. I'm excited for all these. I keep saying that. I will continue to say that throughout this video. That's what this list is, things I am excited for. But was it this? It was this year that the Looney Tunes, The Day the Earth Blew Up, came out, and look, I don't know what's going on with Warner Brothers and them not wanting to put out more Looney Tunes stuff or like Acme stuff. I love that movie. Like, it wasn't like peak animation or anything, but it was so much fun. The characters are great. It felt weird that Bugs wasn't there, but that's okay. Porky and Daffy played so well off of each other. Yeah, it was Daffy. So, okay, and then we have September, which we get another attempt at making a Resident Evil movie. My only hope is that they finally get a win. Because really, they've tried shows, they've tried at least twice. Like, you have the original movie series, which I think, we got 6 movies in that? More than you'd expect from the reception overall. And then you got the TV show, you got then a new movie, and like, they just need a win, man. I just want them to get a win. And surprisingly, we have nothing in October that interests me. At least nothing that's currently announced that interests me. That'll probably change as we get closer to October, though. So moving on to November, we have the new Hunger Games, Sunrise on the Reaping. I love the book. Look, say what you will about songbirds and snakes. It was fine. It's not my favorite. But Sunrise on the Reaping, oh, I loved it. Oh, I loved it. That's all I have to say. Also, it's one of the quarter quells. There's only 2 other Hunger Games that I want to see, or at least have a book made about, and that's the first Hunger Games ever, and the first quarter quell. Beyond that, I don't need to know about any of the others. So, and then I only have one movie that's only coming to streaming on this list, as far as I know. The only one that's solely streaming. And that is Narnia, The Magician's Nephew. I guess that franchise finally got out of rights hell to whoever can produce a movie for it, because we had 3 great movies a while back. Like, again, personal beliefs aside, I love them. They're fun. So I'm very excited. And also, I do enjoy Greta Gerwig as a director. She's great with Barbie. So I have faith that this will be a fun movie. And then we have December. And we have 3 movies to finalize the year out on this list. The first one we don't have a title for. It's just an untitled Jumanji sequel, based on the new Jumanji movie that we've gotten recently. And while they've been fun, like, again, not masterclass cinema, I've been entertained each time. And that's all that matters to me. If I walk out of a theater feeling like I was at least entertained and I didn't feel like I wasted my money, I'm happy. If I walk out of a theater and I feel like I wasted my money, I will never walk out of a movie. I will never not finish a movie if I pay to go see it. There's a short hand. We're not getting into that today. No, yeah, like, I love the original Jumanji movie. I used to watch every year. For some reason, for me, it was a Christmas movie, just because I always watched it on TV around that time. I don't know why, but I did. So I'm excited to see what they do. It'll be fun. I'll be entertained. And that'll be that. And then we have the big one. Well, one of the 2 big ones. Though I'm expecting... let's see. We have Avengers, Doomsday, and we also have Doom Part 3. Though, honestly, considering they're right now slated to release on the same day, one of them is getting delayed. And my husband and I are betting it's going to be Dune, because they're both going to want IMAX time, and they're not going to want to share it. So I'm guessing Dune's getting pushed to 2027. But I'm still excited for it. But Doomsday? Oh, yes. I saw that teaser at the beginning of Avatar Fire and Ash, and that was all I could think about during that entire movie. And I love that movie, by the way. But holy, ho, mm, hello, how, why? I have so many questions, and I know none of them are going to get answered because Marvel doesn't like to answer questions. But I'm still gonna go see it, and I'm definitely gonna binge all of the Marvel movies up until that point, even though I don't have to, just because. But yeah, and then you got Doom Part 3, which will probably get pushed into 2027. I'm guessing we'll either see a late January, maybe February release for it if it gets delayed, because I doubt that the Marvel already has the date and they have announced it on the big screen. I don't think Dune's announced it like that yet. Though to be fair, that Looney Tunes movie that keeps popping up in previews now, that was delayed. I think it was supposed to come out this year, and then maybe February, and then now it's like next November. I'm gonna be so tired of that preview. They should just pull it. We don't need to see it for a whole last year. No. But yeah, those are my movies that I'm excited for in 2026. Let me know what you're excited for in the comments below. And my next video will be more of an actual review, but maybe not about a specific movie. Keep an eye out for it and have fun, folks. Bye!